Imagine the Joker striding onto a dimly lighted stage. His grin expands as he approaches the podium, eyes blazing with the kind of madness that can only be fueled by brilliance and disaster. He speaks into the mic, the room hushed, the weight of his words heavy on every individual in the crowd. Build your empire. That's why you're here, isn't it? That's what all of you desire. Empire, power, control. That delightful sensation of being on top of the universe, gazing down at everyone below, realizing they're simply pieces in your game. Who wouldn't want that? But let me ask you this, what are you ready to do to acquire it? Because building an empire isn't simply about constructing some great fortress in the sky. No, it's about learning the rules of the game and, more crucially, knowing when to break them. You know, folks out there, the so-called successful ones, they want you to assume that success comes from playing nice, following the rules, being patient. Ha! Those are the lies they give you so you keep in line, so you never challenge the status quo. They want you to feel the system works for you, while in reality, it's been built to operate against you, to keep you little, weak, obedient. But an empire, your empire, cannot be formed within the constraints of their norms. Empires are established by those who have the guts to burn down what exists and create something new from the ashes. Think about every empire that has ever existed in history. How many of them were born out of patience, humility, and playing by the book? None. Empires are established by those who have the guts to seize what they want, no matter what stands in their way. And that's the first rule in constructing your empire. The world owes you nothing. You have to take everything. They'll tell you that ambition is perilous. But what's actually perilous is living your life without ambition, without hunger. Do you think anyone who ever mattered in our world was content with mediocrity? Do you think anyone who ever built something remarkable was ready to settle for the scraps life tossed at them? No, no, no. They saw the game for what it was, a rigged system where the real power belongs with those who dare to break free. But here's the thing. The earth doesn't gift you an empire. You don't just stumble upon it like a missing wallet. You've got to build it from the ground up, brick by bloody brick. And each block is something you've claimed, something you've stolen, and something you're willing to protect. Step 1. Define your purpose. What's the one thing that drives you? What's the power that fires inside your chest, keeps you up at night, chewing at your brain, demanding action? That's your fuel. You've got to feed that flame every single day. You've got to be obsessed. Empires are not established by those who are comfortable. They are built by those who are willing to sacrifice all for their vision. But here's the catch. Comfort is your adversary. Comfort is the killer of ambition. When you're comfortable, you stop pushing boundaries. You cease taking risks. You cease asking more from yourself and from the world. And that's when the empire crumbles before it's ever been formed. Oh sure, comfort feels lovely. It lulls you into a false feeling of security, making you believe that maybe you're all right where you are. But deep inside, you know the truth. You know that the moment you settle, you've lost. The moment you take less than you deserve, you're no longer in control. You're a puppet in someone else's empire. So you have to be uncomfortable. You have to live on the edge of chaos, where danger and opportunity mix. That's where the magic happens. That's where you'll discover the strength to knock down the walls that imprison you and construct something of your own. Step 2. Control your fear. A fear. That wonderful, terrible energy that either paralyzes you or pulls you ahead. Most individuals fear failure. They fear rejection. They fear the unknown. But you, if you want to build an empire, you must learn to utilize fear as your best weapon. Fear isn't something to avoid. Fear is fuel. Fear is what sharpens your instincts, what keeps you awake, what inspires you to push harder when everyone else has given up. The instant you stop fearing failure, you become dangerous, because then there's nothing left to lose. See, the world attempts to teach you that fear is a weakness, but I'll let you in on a little secret. Fear is what keeps people alive in this game. Fear is what makes the predators sharper, more planned. But the challenge is to control it. Make it your ally, not your master. Fear is a tool, not a barrier. Step 3. Embrace the turmoil. Oh, you didn't think constructing an empire was going to be neat and tidy, did you? Empires are born in chaos. They rise from ruin. Think of every revolutionary who changed the course of history. What did they leave behind? A path of anarchy and broken structures, fractured norms and terrified populations. Chaos is unavoidable, but here's where the true rulers rise. They govern the chaos. They comprehend that the world is not a nice, ordered place. It's brutal. It's unpredictable. But if you can embrace that, if you can learn to thrive in the center of the storm, you will emerge stronger than everyone else. You will be the one standing after the dust settles, and that's when your empire will rise. See, most people shy away from chaos. They crave order, but order is a falsehood. Order is the illusion produced by those in power to keep you under control. To develop an empire, you've got to tear down that illusion and embrace the raw, uncontrolled force of chaos. Only then will you be free to create something truly your own. Step 4. Cultivate loyalty, but not reliance. Loyalty, what a double-edged sword that is. You need people. An empire is nothing without its subjects, without its troops, without its believers. But never, ever forget, devotion is fickle. People will vow devotion to your empire, but only so long as it profits them. So, how can you ensure loyalty? Fear? Incentives? Promises of glory? Sure, all of those things can work, but the actual secret is to make people believe in your goal. Make them see that their lives will be better, richer, more powerful under your leadership than under anybody else's. Make them assume that your success is their success. But, and here's the key, never become dependent on anyone's loyalty. Never believe for a second that somebody is irreplaceable. In an empire, everyone is replaceable. Even you. The moment you rely too much on someone, the moment you allow their allegiance to blind you to their possible betrayal, you've already lost. So construct your empire with pals, but always keep one eye on the door. Always have a contingency plan, since in this business, betrayal is inevitable. Trust no one completely, not even yourself. Step 5. Burn the bridges you don't need. You've been instructed to never burn bridges, haven't you? That's cute advice for individuals who are terrified to stand on their own. But let me tell you something. Sometimes, the only way forward is to burn the blasted bridge behind you so there's no turning back. When you're developing an empire, there will be occasions when you have to make choices. Hard decisions. And some of those decisions will require cutting people off, destroying ties, and walking away from all you previously thought you needed. And that's okay. Because in the end, the individuals who can't keep up with your vision, the ones who drag you down, who cling to the past, they're dead weight. And dead weight, it'll sink you. So burn the bridges that no longer serve you. Burn them without regret, without looking back. Let the flames light your road forward. The Joker steps back for a time, his grin growing as he observes the audience. Now, for the final step, don't be scared to play the villain. Yes, the villain, the one everyone fears, the one everyone despises. But here's the weird thing about villains, they always get remembered. Heroes, they're a dime a dozen. Everyone likes them, but they're replaceable. Villains, though, villains live forever. You see, in the chase of empire, you will be called names. Ruthless, cold, heartless. And here's my advice. Embrace it. If you want to develop something big, you cannot be terrified of what people think of you. You cannot be afraid to be hated. In fact, you should welcome it. Because the moment they start labeling you a villain, that's when you know you've made it. That's when you know you've rattled the system to its core. Empires aren't founded by playing nice. They're developed by people who are willing to do what it takes, who are willing to be the bad guy if it means reaching greatness. So go on, build your empire. Don't beg for permission. Don't wait until the right moment. Don't follow anyone's rules but your own. Take what you desire. Burn down whatever that stands in your way. And when it's all said and done, when the world is nothing but ashes at your feet, you'll glance around and realize something. You were never designed to live in someone else's world. You were designed to construct your own. And that, my friends, is the secret. Go, build, destroy, thrive amid the turmoil. Build your empire. The Joker retreats back into the shadows, leaving the crowd in stunned stillness, the echoes of his statement hanging in the air, beckoning them to embrace their own dark potential.